All right, so we are officially recording this class. And again, today we're going to be going over CB Exchange. Or not CB Exchange, Social Ad Engine. And we're going to be focusing on basically some of the new features and highlights that are out there for the tool, which is pretty cool. For those of you that are listening, if you want to go ahead and use the chat window, feel free to message me anything you're concerned about or you have questions about, or feel free to unmute yourself throughout the process. And we will go ahead and go from there. All right. So first thing you're going to want to do is to get onto your CB Exchange portal. So cbexchange.com, and go ahead and log in. For those of you that have issues logging in, remember you can always go to the little need help signing in and it'll get you through. I always recommend saving your username and password, which should help you out a lot for future reference. And we're gonna wait for it to load. Internet is so slow these days, so that's the only glitch in today's plan, because everybody's working from home. And we're basically gonna go down here and find the icon on your springboard here on CB Exchange that kind of looks what I like to call like a sexy Pac-Man. So if you go ahead and click on the sexy Pac-Man icon, it's gonna bring us into what Social Ad Engine looks like. Now, before we get started, just a real quick debrief for those of you that are tuning in or watching this recording. Social Ad Engine is a way for you to do social media advertising within about 3 to 5 minutes. And they've built it out so that it really should only take you a few moments to do a very professional ad for your sellers. And so, and now what's cool about it is you can do it for buyer leads and seller leads as well. So there's a prospecting element to it that's a bit more in depth now than it used to be. So I'm going to walk you through that today. I'm going to start out with some of the basics just so you guys understand what this is supposed to do. And then we will go ahead and go from there. So on your very first page, when you show up in here, you should see your face, you should see your name, basically an entire dashboard that's branded to you. And down here, you're going to see what campaigns that you've run in the past. So I did a test pilot on a listing campaign a while back, and that's what this is here. And if I were to click on view, it would walk me through all the bullet points associated with what I did, how much money I spent on the ad. It also has a downloadable report, which is really great when you're finished running your ads. And that's something you're really going to want to share with your sellers, especially if you're promoting a property using this system. So here you can click on create an ad campaign. I want you to focus at the top though, and really look at these 3 tabs. And I like how simplistic they've made the tool. And just so you guys know, the initial reason why Social Ad Engine was created is that, you know, Facebook has come out several times and publicly said that we understand that our ad generating platform is incredibly cumbersome. It's very hard to navigate. It's really built for experts, not beginners. And so Coldwell Banker's partnership with them was the intention to help promote a simple, easy way for anybody, regardless of your age or tech savviness, to be able to put together a Facebook ad. So over here at the very top, you see overview, and then we're going to click on campaigns for today. Now, what's really new and fantastic are these options at the top. So they've now given you 6 different options at the top for you just to generate leads or provide reach or have more traffic on your web pages. I'm going to get into those on the second half of today's talk. I'm going to focus a little bit more right now on what we used to have always, which is the listings portion of this tool. Now it's weird saying that no listings. Let's go ahead and refresh the page. How funny. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to jump into the actual portion of today's training, which is on the new features, because the listings portion is not populating. It might be my internet connection. Especially because I have Zoom running on a recording right now. I know it's been giving me trouble before. So I'll jump right into it with what the new features are, which are being able to promote yourself. There's been a big push lately for Social Ad Engine only being to promote your listings or listings within your brokerage. And now you have the option to promote yourself, which is really cool. So I'm going to start out with these 2 here. And I don't see a lot of differences between the traffic feature and the reach feature. You guys notice how it says home values here and it says local market expert. The ads are built a bit differently amongst each other, but you want to focus on these little words underneath because really they've built Social Ad Engine to do 3 things: provide more traffic, help you create more reach on your page or your brand, and then also help you to lead generate. You're going to notice those are the three here that you're able to actually do. And there's two versions of each of those types of social ad engine platforms. So, or ads. I'm going to click on home valuation here under promote. And basically they've set it up in really like a 1, 2, 3 style way to do an ad. And it's kind of WordPress-like in the sense that you've got your editing capabilities over here off to the left-hand side of the screen, and off to the right, you can kind of see how your ad is being developed. So up here where it says, what are you trying to achieve? Obviously, we know we clicked on a traffic ad. You cannot change this tab because you've clicked on an ad on the previous page that was talking about creating more traffic for your web page. So right here, it says, what is your home really worth? The body text here, and those are over here. So the headline is down here. Your body text is at the top here. One of my suggestions is just to make these ads a bit more enticing. I think there's a lot of what is your home worth ads going out there, which is totally fine. You know, if that works for you, that's great. I've always been told that when creating Facebook or social media ads, the more specific, the better. Because keep in mind, we're not just going to be creating an ad today. We're going to be targeting this ad somewhere. So let's say that we're editing the headline here. So instead of maybe like, what's your home really worth? I'm sure everybody watching has a specific market that they want to target. So maybe we say, what is your home really worth in, you know, Long Beach? And just adding that little bit of specificity is huge because it's going to really tie somebody to like, oh, well, this must be a page built just for people in Long Beach, right? That's the consensus that they're going to have if they were to see something like this. Or if you were going to target this ad maybe a bit more broad, you know, what's my SoCal home really worth? You know, or even a headline like, or you could do what's my SoCal home really worth combined with some body text. It says quick and easy to estimate your property's value. Contact me today to find out how. I don't know if I would say contact me today because realistically, they're not going to contact you. And keep in mind, these ads work best when they are enticing and there's something for people to feel like there's a nugget on the end. It's quick and easy to estimate your property's home value. I might even write something about the current environment with current market conditions. Current market conditions. Now may be the best time to know your property's worth. So something a bit more catchy, a bit more enticing. I might even throw up something at the very front that says, you know, Long Beach real estate is hot. And then I might say it's a quick and easy, whatever. Just something to really, again, tie people to that it's a specific ad. And again, I would change these words like Long Beach or what's my SoCal home worth. I would change those words to be something a bit more along the lines of specific to wherever I'm going to be targeting this ad. So if I'm a Lakewood guy, I'm going to target this to Lakewood. If I'm Cypress or Los Alamitos or Rossmore, I'm going to make sure that these ads are tied directly to that community. So when they're running, the chances of people clicking on them are a bit higher. So then link description, you can play with this a little bit, which is nice. Find out your home's value. So I like that a lot. There's also this destination URL that's blank. So keep in mind, they don't let you finish your ad until you've put a destination URL. Because once people click on this Learn More tab, they're going to be directed somewhere. So I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this have a home evaluation site that they have currently built either through a landing page or maybe an IDX feed website, something like that, where if somebody types in their address on your website, it goes ahead and spits out an automatic home evaluation, or it generates a lead for you on your website. All of you watching this who are using Social Ad Engine have a Coldwell Banker website. And so I went onto the Coldwell Banker website and I pulled up this page, which all of us have. And if you click on the Sell tab on your website, now keep in mind, you want to make sure you're on your website. Notice how my face is here. If you don't see your face, that means that you're not on your website. So you'd want to make sure that you find this tab on your website so that any leads generated come directly to you. And what I would do in this situation is where it says request an estimate now. This is a home evaluation software built right into your website. So you're going to want to go ahead and click on request an estimate now. And then I would take this page here where people can fill out this form, which would create a lead for me on my social ad engine. How I would do that is I would take this lead, or this URL at the very top. I would copy that. So for those of you that are on a PC, it's Control C. If you're on a Mac, it's Command C. And then I would go ahead back to my social ad engine ad, and I would go ahead and paste it into there. So now when people go ahead and find out your home's value, or what's my SoCal home really worth, they're going to be directed to this page where they're going to fill out this prompt, and then they're going to submit their information to me, right? That's what we want. You know, when we're creating ads, we want to have somewhere for people to go, for this to get a bit more serious. It also weeds out the looky-loos, because if somebody takes the time to fill this prompt out, most likely it's a serious lead for you and your business. Now down here, you've got ad image variations. So what's really nice about Social Ad Engine, just like it used to do for the property ads that we used to do on Social Ad Engine, and we still can, it allows you to do 3 different A, B, C testing ads. So what happens is they throw all 3 ads out there, or all 3 picture variations out there with all the same language that you've created. And whichever one tends to do better on this A, B, C testing, all the ad dollars that you're spending tend to go to that one ad, right? Or that one image that's doing better than the others. So that's really a cool feature that's built in here. That's kind of hard to do on your own as far as doing A, B, and C testing. Again, they're trying to make this as simple as possible and as easy to use. So here where it says change, they do have a bunch of different stock images. You can go ahead and search through here with looking under the change icon. Now, again, some of these you're going to totally relate to in your market, and others you're going to think, okay, maybe this isn't so much for me. This kind of might look like a Naples home, not necessarily. And again, this might look like a Rossmore home backyard situation. It just depends on what your take and feel is. If you have a custom image, which I'm sure a lot of you have a stock image or something that you would want to use yourself, you can go here to click upload, and then you can pull any image off your computer to put in here. It does not have a video feature yet. I asked them about that on the call the other day. They are working on a video feature, because my thought was, if you're able to build out anything into this ad here, because if you think about it, this is like a skeleton. And on this side, we're putting the meat on the skeleton here to make it into a full ad, right? If you were to put a video here, how great would it be to build out this ad as a testimonial? And then instead of having a home evaluation website, you could have a website to your Facebook business page, your actual website itself, more of like an about you page. You could do a lot of creative things with this if you really wanted to, if you're able to do a little bit more creativeness with the video here. So just a thought. Down here, it talks about using default targeting. I'm not a big fan of default targeting, just because it does 25-mile radius with whatever location is here. So it's talking about doing a 25-mile radius around our current office here, 1650 Eximino Avenue. And you know what's kind of interesting is that probably most of your clientele is within 25 miles of your office. It's probably a true fact, which is why they have it set up that way. But I think a lot of us are probably going to do cities instead. And here's where you get to type in whatever cities you'd want to target. So maybe I want this to run in Lakewood, California. Radius, I think it allows you to only do 15 miles, which would cover most every other city that we've got here. But maybe I also want to target Long Beach. And again, you can go ahead and type in the cities that you would actually want to cover. So maybe instead of the default 25 miles around our office, we do 15 miles around Long Beach itself, which would cover most of our markets in and around us. So once I go ahead and finish all of that, again, I finish my location targeting, I finish my ad variations or image variations that I want to use. I've got my ad built out. Everything's looking great to me. All I have to do is hit save content here. And once I hit save content, these buttons go white and gray. And down here, it's going to now allow me to select my budget. Now, keep in mind, guys, the more money that you spend, the longer the ad will run and the more leads you will get. And I only say that from experience. If you're looking just to do a quick ad just to test it out, $69 is not a whole lot of money. It's probably a great option to get your feet wet. I have noticed a ton of success though for people who spend the $129, $229, and $349. And again, the achievement or the goal, I guess, for this ad is really to create more awareness of your website. Also, how we have it built out here is to get people to be driven to your business or your website with a home evaluation estimator. And that way they can go ahead and become a lead for you. So this is one way to lead generate. Whatever you're comfortable with spending, I have seen success at all levels. And that's pretty much it. You can publish it now, or you can schedule it to be published. And then all I need is payment information here. So this is one ad that you can do. I'm going to get into another one that I like a lot better. I'm going to go back here for a moment. So that was our traffic home evaluation ad that you can create. The local market expert is very similar, and you can build it out like that. Trusted agent is also very similar. The two that I wanted to focus on to show you something different would be your home buying, make home buying easy, or your making home dreams come true. I like the making home dreams come true because it's neutral, the way they've built it out, to be a little bit more buyer seller friendly. So at the very top, again, on this one specifically, I want to drive leads from Facebook and Instagram. You don't have an option to click down on this just like you normally do with your listings ad buys. So it's stuck on driving leads, which is what you hopefully want to do with this ad. But what I love is this lead form questions. This is what's so magical about this product, is that I now have questions that I can ask people right on Facebook to help lead generate for me, right? So at the very top, it says, are you looking to buy or sell a house? Are you currently working with an agent? How soon are you looking to buy or sell a house? What do you love about your current home? And then again, it doesn't let you change the fact that it's going to ask for a name first and last, and it's going to ask for an email and phone number. Now, again, if somebody types in bogus content, it's still going to allow it to go through as an ad. But again, if somebody's serious, they're likely going to fill out the right information. That's just how online lead generation goes. But up here, you get to choose if you want these or not. So let's say I want to ask them all these questions, but maybe I don't want to know if they're working with an agent. I don't want to ask them too many questions. And I will tell you guys, the more questions you have, the less likely people are to complete the form. So what I would suggest is, if you want to do them all, great. But if you feel like you want to have a bit better of a conversion rate from people start to finish, I would say maybe pick your favorite two, or even just pick one. Are you looking to buy or sell a house? And the answers for them are over here under these little eyes. So you can see under, are you looking to buy or sell a house? It has the answers for them to choose buy a home or sell a home. And then here under how soon are you looking to buy or sell? It's got this typical 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, 6 to 12 months, and 12 plus months. What do you love about your current home? So this is kind of fun, and they just have an open-ended area to type in their answer. So I don't know if I would necessarily leave all three of these on here. Use your best judgment in what you like to do, but this is what's super cool about this form of lead generation ad that they have on here. So when they go ahead to click learn more, it's going to drive them directly to this prompt in order to, again, let them answer these questions. So here, where it says edit content, it says making your home dreams come true. Again, feel free to be creative with it. I would say maybe do something a little bit more catchy, like maybe in just a few moments, in just a few clicks, you can get all your real estate questions, pardon my grammar, questions answered. Oh, it doesn't like us too much. It doesn't like that. Oh, and you can't do too much punctuation either, by the way. It's very picky. I might go ahead and maybe just change that to RE. In just a few clicks, you can get, in just a few clicks, maybe just change that to get all your RE questions answered. So maybe try something like that. I know that would probably drive a lot more clicks, a lot more people through with asking a question, or maybe doing something a bit more tantalizing. Then it says, with years of experience, I understand what it takes to buy and sell a house. Totally up to you if you want to change that body text or not. Maybe give them something interesting to click on or not. Again, this ad is built for buyers or sellers. So it's not necessarily telling you to pick a lane. So if you want to do something more neutral like this, that's fine. And then under link description, it says Nick Montier-Coastal Alliance. That is showing up right here. I don't know if I would necessarily want to showcase that. I might want to showcase something a bit more open-ended, like, I don't know, home evaluation. Right here, maybe something like that, just to throw in a little bit more of a tantalizing comment so that if this doesn't get them and this doesn't get them, maybe that would get them to want to fill out the prompt. And then again, a follow-up action URL. So they leave it open-ended again. So if you wanted, again, to direct them to your website, that would be a possibility. Maybe just your homepage might be a possibility. It really depends on where you want them to go. If it were me, honestly, I'd probably have them directed back to my Facebook page. And if you were to do that, you would just find yourself on Facebook and then copy that URL there for follow-up action. That way, at least they're on your social and they have an opportunity to get to know you a little bit better. Or for those of you that are a bit more tech savvy, maybe you have a landing page or something of that nature that has a even further lead capture capability, like a form that they can fill out, that would be a good idea. So whatever works best for you, my thing would be to put something here that gets them lost in your content. Again, same thing here. You've got the chance to change your imagery. And again, it's the same images from before. So this ad has the same images as the last ad we were looking at. And again, you can upload your own photo here if you'd like. And then again, down here to choose your default and your cities. The other feature that I am not able to show you today, which is something I wanted to show you under campaigns here at the very top, was under the promote your listings. You're now able to put in video, which is a really cool feature. So same thing when I am here on, let's say, any of these ads, I am able to, where it says change your media, instead of just allowing you to change the photo, it actually allows you to upload a video, which is really cool right here under the only when you're on a property ad under social ad engine. So that's where it would be if I was able to get to my listings down here. So kind of bummed I can't show you that today, but that is another new feature that social ad engine is offering. So for those of you that love video, have a lot of great virtual tours right now, given the real estate climate that we're in, you could promote yourself virtually through your listings now on social ad engine. Really, really cool. That's pretty much it. Again, if you have any other further questions, please let me know. Again, once you complete any of these ads, up here under reporting is where your ad will be placed, or it'll display how much money you spent, what your reach was, your impressions, all of that jazz. Since I only have run one ad, it's showing me everything up here that I have currently connected, as far as what networks I have on here, how many campaigns I've run. And again, look at this, almost 7,500 impressions from one ad. Now I spent 170 bucks on one ad. I went a little bit further maybe than some people would. But when I look at this beautiful report too, it shows me exactly what it looked like on a desktop feed, a mobile feed, a right column feed. So all these different versions of this ad, even on Instagram, keep in mind it goes on Instagram as well. And then the variation testing that it used, it shows me exactly what was placed out there when I ran this ad about a property. And again, look at this, 24 leads I received at a $7 a lead cost per lead. That's what the CPL is. So that's pretty impressive when you think about it. I only had to pay $7 for a lead. You know, I think about the people who spend money on Realtor.com or Zillow and how expensive that is. And the nice thing is when you're done running a property report, you've got this download report tab here at the top. And if you click on it, let's hopefully that loads for us. You're able to open it up and it shows you this beautiful report. And the cool thing is it doesn't talk anything about money. So you could share this with your client and how beautiful this actually looks. So it talks about people that saw your ad, people who engaged with your ad, and the amount of people that were actually potential leads for you. Really, really nice piece to be able to send to your clientele. I absolutely love this. That's pretty much it today, guys, for Social Ad Engine. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And again, if you have any questions, I am here.